The little assistant just glanced at the lunchbox in her hand and got a promotion opportunity because she clearly remembered her boss's preferences. Yellow was the boss's unlucky color, so she picked out the yellow corn and replaced it with red apples instead. When the boss saw the lunch details, he showed a satisfied smile. The assistant knew that to gain the boss's appreciation, doing these things was far from enough. She had to actively fight for every opportunity. Annie had just heard at the door that the boss was very angry. It was because the company was going to hold an art exhibition, but several exhibits were in the hands of collector Mike, but no one could contact him, so this matter was driving the boss crazy. After hearing this, Annie wanted to give it a try, so she asked her supervisor for information about Mike. Only then did she learn that Mike was very mysterious. His schedule was packed, and he was hard to reach, and he didn't speak Chinese. But tonight, he would attend a high-end cocktail party. After hearing this, Annie immediately had an idea, but the supervisor warned her this wasn't something she should worry about. He told her not to aim too high and to focus on her own job first. However, this didn't stop Annie. She quickly thought of a good solution. Then, Annie disguised herself as a customer and went to the hotel. She used the excuse of booking a banquet hall to inspect the venue. After the hotel manager heard she was a big client, he received her very enthusiastically throughout. At this point, Annie wanted to go upstairs to check, but was stopped, because without an invitation, she couldn't get in. So the manager took her through the staff passage. This way, Annie successfully entered the cocktail party. Then, she found an excuse to go to the restroom. She quickly took out the prepared items from her bag, and quickly did her makeup. The hotel manager soon sensed something was wrong, and called her. But Annie explained that she didn't see him when she went out earlier, so she left first. But there were many people at the cocktail party, and she didn't know Mike. She could only search one by one, just when Annie was at a loss. She accidentally overheard the conversation of waiters behind her. They were going to bring water to Mike, so Annie followed the waiters. Sure enough, she really found Mike. Annie warmly greeted him and introduced her purpose in fluent English, but unexpectedly, he spoke French. Before Annie could finish her introduction, she was interrupted by a girl passing by. Hearing how the girl addressed the man, only then did Annie realize she had mistaken him for someone else.